I'm Brian, and that's Jeremy, and every week on PSVR,
This week,
we take a look at the new VR games that are coming to the PlayStation Store this week.
we gather up all the videos we could find, all the descriptions we can plagiarize, and we condense them down into the short video for you.
Sometimes we look at delayed games, updates, DLC, or new game announcements.
So without further ado, here's PSVR This Week.
What's that? You want to hear a story about Wonderland?
Patches? Patches!
Very well.
Holy carrots! Honestly, she's earned that nap.
Hello? Is anyone here?
Down the Rabbit Hole is a VR adventure set in Wonderland prior to Alice's arrival. You'll guide a girl who's looking for her lost pet, solving puzzles, uncovering secrets, and making choices about the story along the way. The PlayStation VR version was slated to launch over a month ago, but fear not, I've played this one on Quest, and I can tell you that it was absolutely worth the wait.
No time, no time.
And now I'm inside a giant clock. Oh, an invitation.
There are a few indie games that have garnered as much early attention as Alvo, a 5v5 online first-person shooter that seems to have shed the tactical aspect of Firewall in favor of a bit more fast-paced, frantic shooting. It's been a long time coming, and the story behind the somewhat tumultuous development cycle will soon be told right here on this channel. But that story is finally coming to a close, because Alvo is being submitted to Sony for certification on May 16th, and we'll keep you posted on how that goes. Media Molecule's magnum opus game creation toolset Dreams already seems too good to be true. It's so open-ended and allows you to make almost anything you can imagine. So when it was announced that PSVR support was coming, our skepticism was almost palpable. One of the biggest questions is exactly how much of Dreams will be usable and playable in VR. Initially, the developer said it would have a limited PSVR mode, but they haven't elaborated on exactly what that means since. Luckily, creative director and co-founder of Media Molecule, Mark Healy, stated on Twitter that Dream's PSVR support is now in the bug fixing, localization, and quality assurance phase of development, indicating that it's almost here. Okay, we know that Chubby Pixel's game Suicide Guy VR looks really silly, but with every updated gameplay video that the developers share, it's also looking more and more fun. And this week they showed off a driving mechanic that looks awesome. Add to that the flat screen version of Suicide Guy having been received so well. Well, I'm officially on board with this one. Stride is a Mirror's Edge-inspired parkour action game, but in virtual reality. Battle enemies in the canopy of a quarantine metropolis. Experience the feeling of vertigo as you stream from rooftops and flow across balconies in your effort to save the city. It's coming to PC VR this summer, but when I reached out to the developers, they confirmed that a PlayStation VR version is also in the works. No details on that yet, but we'll obviously keep you posted. Thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode of PSVR
This Week. We'll be back next week to keep you up to date on all the VR games coming to the PlayStation Store.
But keep in mind that no one outside of Sony really knows what games are coming when.
But we'll do our best to keep you up to date each and every week on PSVR This Week.